On today's episode of Kemp Outside, we do our first holiday buyer's guide. This is a guide for fishermen. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're doing our first holiday buyer's guide. So this video is coming out on Thanksgiving Day. So tomorrow, guys, is Black Friday. And if you're wondering what to get the angler in your life, that fisherman that you know and love, guys, I got 10 things for you that I think your angler is going to love. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, that little bell that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that like button for me. So the first thing I want to show you guys is Fish Huge Apparel. So I wear Fish Huge Apparel all the time when I'm fishing. It is a fantastic apparel company for fishermen. They have long sleeve, dry wicking shirts in fantastic patterns. They've got a redfish shirt that features a bull redfish. It's an awesome shirt. They've also got their bull dolphin shirt, which is the one I'm wearing right now, and is a fantastic shirt for keeping the sun off you and keeping you nice and dry. And then they also, guys, they just released their newest freshwater shirt that's got a gar on the front. It's got a largemouth bass on the back. It's a fantastic shirt. Guys, these are great for the angler in your life because if they're out fishing on the water, chances are they need to be protected from the sun. You know, skin cancer is something that needs to be avoided at all costs. And so a lot of anglers now are going to these long sleeve sun shirts that are very comfortable. They're cool even in hot weather. And also, guys, don't forget the face shields. So Fish Huge also supplies a matching face shield for each shirt. So you can get one of those, and that protects your face, your neck, your head from the sun, and also is moisture wicking. They're fantastic. I wear them in Florida in the heat. I'm fishing in the summertime, and they're still comfortable and keep me cool, keep me dry, and I'm able to fish in the heat with these things and be protected from the sun. So fantastic product, guys. Fish Huge Apparel, check them out. Link down in the description below. Number 2, the second thing I want to recommend is my favorite saltwater spinning rod, and that is the Shimano Terramar. So the Shimano Terramar is a fantastic fishing rod. I use them all the time. They come in a variety of different sizes and lengths and actions. They have medium and medium heavy and heavy action rods. They have them in moderate fast, fast, and extra fast actions at varying lengths. 6.5 feet, I think, 7, 7 foot 4 inch, 7 foot 6 inch, and 8 foot rods. So they have a lot of different rod types depending on your fisherman's needs. So if he's primarily fishing inshore saltwater for snook, redfish, flounder, sea trout, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, you know, those kinds of things, a medium or medium heavy action rod would be a fantastic choice for him or her. And then if they're fishing for your larger fish species like tarpon or maybe large, you know, striped bass or something like that, you know, one of their medium heavy or heavy action rods might be better suited. But I love them, guys. I use them all the time. They're a fantastic rod. One of my favorites to fish with. I've got several in my arsenal, and probably will add a few more. Number 3, the third thing that I want to mention is the Shimano Nasky spinning reel. So this is the reel I have with the rod. So the Shimano Nasky reel is a fantastic reel to match with your Shimano Terramar. So if you're getting the angler you love a new rod, why not get him a new reel at the same time? The Shimano Nasky is one of the higher end Shimano reels. It's not the most expensive reel they make by far, but it isn't the cheapest either. It has some protection from salt water and some protection from corrosion, which is great for the saltwater angler in your life. I really like them, fish with them quite a bit, and I highly recommend them. Number 4 is Power Pro braided line. So anglers need to replace their line from time to time, whether it's monofilament line that needs to be changed more often, or your braided line or fluorocarbon line that doesn't need to be changed as often. All line needs to be changed out from time to time. And if a fisherman is adding a new rod and reel to his arsenal, obviously he's going to need to get some line for that. So Power Pro braided line is a fantastic product. I use it on almost all of my rods. It comes in several different colors, from the high vis yellow like this one. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see it. Or moss green. They also have a red color. All the colors are fantastic. They're used for different reasons. If I went for my trolling rods, I run a high vis yellow so I can see the lines as they're going out from the boat. And then for a lot of my other fishing, I use the moss green color. But I highly recommend any color. It really doesn't matter. But anyway, I think that the Power Pro is a fantastic product, and it makes a great stocking stuffer, or just a small gift that you can give to the angler in your life. Every fisherman will appreciate a spool of line. So number 5, guys, are Boga Grips. So these are Boga Grips, and basically what they do is they allow you to handle fish that are toothy. So like, a lot of people hold their fish by the mouth, and for bass it's not a big deal because there's not a lot of there's not teeth in there to cut your fingers. But especially if you're fishing in saltwater, but even also some freshwater species like pike and muskie have very, very sharp teeth, and you don't want to hold your fish by the mouth with your bare hands. And that's where Boga Grips come in. So they're very easy to use. You just pull that back, and that opens the jaws. You stick that in the fish's mouth, and it closes. And then you have a safe way to hold your fish. It also, on Boga Grips, has a scale. So when you hold the fish up, you can see the handle coming down. There's a scale in there that tells you what your fish weighs. And it comes with a nice float so that if you drop it in the water, it's not going to sink to the bottom. There are a lot of different fish grippers on the market, guys, and I recommend having a set of fish grippers. It doesn't have to be Boga Grips, but I do love my Boga Grips, and so I use them all the time, and I highly recommend them. So number 6 is a product for those pan fishermen in your life, the people who go after bluegill and other sunfish, and it is the Cricket Puck by Flambeau. I think is how you say Flambeau, Flambe, I don't really know. I don't speak French, but Flambeau Outdoors makes this handy little cricket cage. And so a lot of people who fish for those species fish with crickets. And so if you know someone who fishes with crickets, this is a fantastic thing because it can collapse and you can stick it in your tackle box when you're not using it. But when it's time to put crickets in it, you just twist it and open it up. And it becomes an easily accessed cricket cage. Pop the door open, that's how you get your crickets in and out. And that way they're not having to keep something that's big and bulky in their tackle box when it's not in use. It just collapses, and with a little half turn it locks. And these are awesome, guys. They're really inexpensive, fantastic stocking stuffer. If you know someone who fishes with crickets, they need one of these. I have 2 of them. I keep one on my boat at all times, and I have a second one in my tackle box just in case I'm going fishing and I need to fish with crickets. Love these things. Okay, guys, number 7 is for freshwater and saltwater anglers who fish with live bait that needs to be kept in a bucket, and that is a 5-gallon bucket lid and aerator. So let me pop this off. And mine is super dirty because I use it all the time. But basically, it's a 5-gallon bucket lid that has a trap door so that you're able to reach in there and grab your bait. And it also has a place to hang an aerator, guys. And so this is a little battery-powered aerator. So you can flip it on. You can hear it running. And it basically has a little weighted air stone, like a fish tank, that sits down in the bucket, and it keeps your bait alive in the bait bucket. So whether you are transferring bait from the bait shop to your boat, or you're fishing on the bank and you need to be able to keep your bait fish alive, or bait shrimp, or whatever it is that you're fishing for, those make fantastic gifts. They're very inexpensive. I have a link down in the description below. I have a link down in the description below for all this stuff, so you can check that out. And here's a pro tip, guys. 5-gallon buckets are all the same. There's no need to go buy an expensive 5-gallon bucket. But if you have a Firehouse Subs in your area, I recommend the Firehouse Subs pickle buckets. Number one, it's the cheapest 5-gallon bucket I've found. And number two, it's actually a donation that goes to buy life-saving equipment for rural fire departments. So if you want to support giving a fire department jaws of life and you need a 5-gallon bucket, get yourself a 5-gallon pickle bucket from Firehouse Subs. So shout out to them. That's free, guys. All right. The next thing, number 8, is a landing net. Every fisherman needs a landing net. Whether you're fishing from the shore or you're fishing from a boat, a landing net is a fantastic way to land your fish, to bring them in and to get them safely in the boat. Some fish you can injure by hoisting them in the boat. Now, if you're going to harvest them, if you're going to take them home and you're going to fillet them and you're going to cook them, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. But in catch and release scenarios where you're catching a fish and you want to let it go and let it live, you want to do the least amount of injury to that fish possible. So using a landing net to get that fish in the boat is a good way to do it. It also is a safer way because you're not hanging out over the boat where you might fall in. It's just a better way to land fish. So if you know an angler who does not have a landing net, getting them a landing net this Christmas will make you one of their favorite people this holiday season. Okay guys, number nine, one of my favorite products for maintaining all of my fishing gear that I use in the saltwater is Cleanse Oil Marine and Tackle. This is a spray, so you just shake it up and you spray it, and I spray this on a rag, and then I will wipe down all my rods. I'll wipe down all my rod guides, make sure that there's no saltwater deposits left on my fishing rods. I will spray it on my reels and I'll wipe down my reels. So basically, guys, Cleanse Oil is it's a one-step cleaner, lubricant, and rust preventative for fishing reels, tools, engines, and other equipment exposed to harsh marine environments. It's effective in removing oils, dirt, old grease, and other contaminants, and will also aid in preventing future accumulation. It provides a thin, non-greasy coating that lubricates and prevents rust and saltwater corrosion on engine blocks, hose clamps, locks, latches, hinges, trailers, and other metallurgical surfaces. Cleanse Oil also nourishes, preserves, and protects wood accents on boats and other marine equipment. It will not harm synthetic surfaces, leather, upholstery, canvas, or rubber. Cleanse Oil is also great for downriggers, winches, pulleys, trailers, and anything that may corrode or oxidize due to exposure to everyday environmental and weather conditions. So I use this all the time. I use it on my fishing rods, I use it on my fishing reels, I use it on my Boga Grips, on my pliers, anything that's metal. I spray it on there to prevent corrosion. Saltwater is terrible on equipment, so I always use some kind of corrosion preventative, a lubricant, a cleaner to keep things clean, to keep things lubricated, and to keep things from corroding. If you have a saltwater angler, I can promise you he needs this stuff by the case. I use this all the time. I use it every time I go, and I spray everything. So if you know a saltwater angler, get him a can of this. Again, a great stocking stuffer or a little Christmas present. He will love you to death. Okay guys, and my last one, number 10, is a good fillet knife. Now there's a lot of fillet knives on the market, but I use the one that I watch professionals use, and those are Dexter fillet knives. And I like these ones with the SantaSafe plastic handle or polypropylene handle. These are fantastic. They're sharp. They come in a bunch of different sizes. This is my 7-inch, and then this one is my 9-inch. And they also have an 8-inch knife, but because I have a 7 and a 9, I decided not to get the 8. I use these all the time for filleting fish. My family loves to eat fish. We eat a lot of different species, and there is not a fish I haven't been able to fillet with these knives. Now guys, there are more expensive knives on the market, and I'm not knocking any of those things. If you've got a Bubba blade or something like that, you know, those are great knives. But when I was fishing on a fishing charter, I went on one of those 10-hour deep sea fishing charters where they come back and, you know, there's like 50, 60 people on the boat, and the mates fillet all the fish for everybody. I asked them, I said, what knife do you use? And they said, Dexter. Guys, if it's good enough for people who do it every single day, it's good enough for me and it's good enough for you. And it's a whole lot less expensive than some of the other knives out there. I cannot recommend them enough. I've used a lot of different fillet knives in my time, and I still use a lot of different fillet knives. But when I have to fillet a mess of fish, I'm going to my Dexter's all the time. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my holiday gift guide. If you have an angler, you don't have to spend a lot of money, or you can spend a lot of money on fishing gear. So, but I highly recommend that you get them some items from this list. They will appreciate them. These are high quality items, guys. I use them all the time. I'm not recommending anything I don't use myself. And I think that they're really going to enjoy them and they'll really appreciate the gifts. If they don't, take them back and send them to me. Guys, I'm Kevin Kemp with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. I wish you a happy holiday, whatever holiday you're celebrating. I wish you happiness in your holiday. I hope that you are able to spend time with loved ones. Be safe with the whole coronavirus thing, but I do hope that you're able to spend time with loved ones and celebrate the holidays. 2020 has been a rough year, guys. Love on each other, give good gifts, spend time with one another. Remember, hit that subscribe button. That can be your best gift to me, is a subscribe and a little like and hitting that bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. Kemp Outside produces videos every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube. Our Monday and Tuesday videos are focused on campground and campsite reviews, and our Thursday videos are on a whole wide range of topics, including camping, hiking, fishing, how-to videos, tips and tricks, and more. We would love to hear from you if you have any questions. So Kemp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. So if you have a kid who wants to go outside and you are not an experienced outdoorsman, maybe you've got a son who wants to go fishing or a daughter who wants to go camping, and you're a mom or a dad and you're like, I've never done this before, this channel is for you. We want to help you get your kids outside. We want to help them develop an appreciation for nature and the outdoors. So if you have any questions, where to go, what to get, how to do it, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below, or you can hit me up on my other social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. All the links to those are down in the description below. I would love to talk to you and love to get you connected and get you outside and get your kids outside. So if there's anything we can do for you, let us know. And guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, Happy New Year, birthdays, whatever. Love on each other, be good to each other. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time on Kemp Outside.